Do 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 do.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Good morning, Todd. How are you?
I am extra special cool peachy keen,
Good.
and the viewers are still watching their commercial on YouTube.
Okay. Well, they'll pick this up after that. Good morning, Bumcrack. Good morning, Swamp Picker. Boy, you're up early this morning.
Yeah, he is.
Good morning, Chicken and Toad.
Well,
Good
he's
morning,
always
Larry.
up.
Do what?
He's always up.
Good morning, Mr. Beard.
Old farts, what's happening?
Not a lot. Where you at?
Let's see, blue skies.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Yeah, you're glitchy as hell.
Yeah. You're jerking and you're breaking up. Um,
All I saw was a bald head and a blue sky.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if
Today
anybody's.
is the 30-30-30, a Tim Ferriss book about the 4-hour body. And it's 30 within 30 minutes, 30 minutes of protein and 30 minutes of brisk activity, heart rate up to 135. You're supposed to shed pounds, and I need to lose this last 17, so I'm trying this for the next month.
Oh, you're
One-
out of
The
exercise.
whole spiel.
135. That's pretty high.
And it's hard to believe I'm not exercising.
Good morning, Beth.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you going to sleep the rest of the day?
Come on. I'm 20 minutes into this exercise. Am I going to do what the rest of the day?
Sleep after all this exercise this morning. Good morning, Anissa.
No.
Good morning, Beth.
I did walk around Sunday morning, and you know what happened Sunday morning?
What happened?
My butt cheeks hurt for the rest of the day, and I'm like, I walked way too much for my butt cheeks to hurt. I'm like, they were sore. I tried to get Johnny to rub them. She wouldn't do it. It was terrible. She told me I didn't have an ass to rub, so that was terrible.
So your target weight is what? Your target weight is what? 180.
175.
Damn, you be skinny.
175.
Oh, what? 75?
175. I'm currently 193. 175.
Lord have mercy.
175.
Yeah, you're still glitchy as hell,
Yeah,
Beard.
my neighborhood has crapper signals. Sorry about that. All right, I'll be in the garage in like 8 minutes, so I'll get on thinking it in the garage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Land Shark, you don't blame her. You wouldn't rub them either. Oh Lord.
Lag sold a kiss calendar, which means that Beard sold one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't sell one, and I'm pretty sure you didn't.
No. I don't do kiss calendars. I haven't run across any to sell. Besides, I have an uncle-in-law that collects everything Kiss. Since it's too early to be talking about Scott's butt cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
A little Tyke's baby Baba.
Yeah.
I sold
This-
last week. No, it was over the weekend. I sold it was a little black sheep baby toy, and when you squeeze it, it plays, ba ba black sheep, heavy any wood wool, and I bet that thing played music all the way to wherever the hell it was going. The buns are still. Oh, what'd you sell?
Cha-ching!
What'd you sell?
I sold some military issue goggles. Cool. You know those wood carvings I showed yesterday?
Yeah.
I sold 2 of them already.
Right.
One of them sold for $100, and the other one sold for $40.
Dang. And you didn't pay much for them, did you?
The one I sold for $40, I paid $2 for, and the one I sold for $100, I paid $5 for.
Now, in your description, did you put like handmade by local artists or something like that?
Yeah, I even put his name in.
Oh, okay.
He's been dead since 1995, so I don't think he'll mind.
No. Well, that's good.
It's better than good. That's bordering on home run. For me, I don't know, other people get cool sales all the time. But this thing,
Yeah.
$100, baby. And this little frog guy,
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
what the hell are you doing?
I was getting it on big screen so we can see what you.
Oh. This little frog guy,
Uh-huh.
about the size of a paperweight, sold for $40. And the big sphere, whatever it is,
Yeah.
that sold for $100. Make
It
you
doesn't come.
holla.
It don't come. It don't come apart, does it?
It would if you dropped it.
It just looks like one of those puzzle things.
It looks a lot like those puzzle things. In fact, I'm not positive it isn't. But I ain't going to go pushing and pulling on it to try to find out.
Don't do that.
I sold it too cheap.
Lag says he sold some hand carved folk art.
Yeah, he did.
Have a good day, Glenn. Thanks for stopping by. Pop back in if you get a chance.
He paid $25 for his.
Okay.
Unruly.
Yeah, Todd's always busy getting rich.
And the cha-ching was for military goggles. I've had 3 sales this morning. I'm just going to town. Yesterday I sold 300 and something, which is great for me.
Well, that's good for anybody, I think.
No. Oh, Josh, if he's not selling at least 300 a day, he's hurting. He's got some cool stuff to sell too. He's got a lot of those stereo viewfinder type cards.
Right.
You know, the
you talking about the old ones?
Yeah, like the 1920s and 30s.
Where they were like flat across the
stereo opticon or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Good morning, AB.
He's got a ton of old memorabilia like that. Okay, you can take me off a single shot.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. It's me. Unruly. I got to change that to unruly.
Craig says, how are you selling anything? eBay is broken.
You know what? I'm seeing a bunch of the big sellers like Josh, and a lot of people saying, man, my sales are awful. And then, I don't know, mine are like steady to good. I'm online to get, let me just look here. For 2023, let me look at performance. Performance. Go to sales, and then go to this year. And they always put same period last year as a comparison. And my sales are up 13.5% more than the same period in 2022. So all the people, Craig, you're up. Well, of course you're up. You bought that storage locker that had $10,000 worth of stuff in it.
I don't know.
If I got a locker that was $10,000, I'd be up more than 13% too. But see, Craig's eBay isn't broken. My eBay isn't broken. Beard's eBay isn't broken. But I watch a lot of the larger channels, and they just gripe and complain. I've been doing this for 20 years, and it's never been this bad. And it's shut down on this date because of eBay, you know. They say it can't be me because I've explored all the possibilities that it could be my fault. So it's got to be eBay's fault. So I'm like, I don't know, whatever. What do all you side chatters think? You think eBay sales are worse or the same or better? Craig's is better. Mine's better. Thom, are yours? Of course, you sell so you will do a lot of listing in a short amount of time, and then you won't do any for like 2 months. You'll take like 2 months. I'm busy having my kid's wedding, or I'm busy.
I'm up about 75%
For the year compared to last year.
Yeah.
At the same time. See, now that's good, but of course you've been listing more.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I have. I've been trying to get into. I've been trying to move from pretend reseller to a part-time reseller.
So Beth, look at your this year. Go to your eBay and look at this year. How you doing this year compared to 19 or 1922? 2022. You guys sell on eBay? Yeah, it's the only place I sell, really. Little bit of Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, James. He's another one I was
Who
looking
is
at.
that? She says James MBLR. Is that part
Uh,
of his name?
James is um my boring reseller life or something like that.
Okay.
My boring life reseller. My boring reseller life. Yeah, I watch him some, and man, he's been talking a lot lately about his. James has 52,000 listings.
Okay, if I had 52,000 listings and I'm not selling through that crap, I'm gonna start playing with my asking prices unless they're already down to the quick. I
James has
mean,
one issue after another.
it's
How about you, Roman? There's Roman. Hi, Roman. How are your sales this year compared to last year to date? Roman never talks about negative things, though, so he probably won't join in the conversation.
which one is Roman?
Anytime picker.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And Roman always likes to give me a hard time. He's a pile of crap, but anyway, besides that, Roman comes on and says, if I ever went to Disneyland, I'd have to take this desk with me because it's always with me on my videos. So he thinks I just live. See, look at him. Todd, I don't sell anything. You pile of crap, you do too.
Beth says that James will have a $900 day followed by a $400 day, a $200 day, and a $100 day.
Yeah, that guy. He does have that many listings, but he sells some inexpensive stuff. I don't mind letting something go cheap if it's been sitting a long time, but too many long tail items.
So if he's got 50,000 listings, he's got what? Does he have one of the big stores?
Oh, I don't think so. Roman, look at him. He won't. No, it's not going to hurt you any, Roman. Go ahead and tell us. Um, Go ahead and tell us what you made last year compared to this year.
When you say music stores, Beth, are you talking about? Because I haven't watched any of his videos. Are you talking about like CDs and LPs, or are you talking about like sheet music? Because it's been about 4 years ago. Came across a bunch of old sheet music for an organ, for like a church organ, and I just lotted them up in like 6 or 7 lots of books, and them things sold fast. I guess a lot of people, because it's, when you look at it, you can tell that it's written for an organ, a church organ, because of all the pedals and everything. And
Yeah, sheet music. Yeah,
it,
I don't think that would sell very good. I bet
well,
his are records and CDs and stuff.
yeah. Well, in this case, it was for, a specialty instrument. So I was looking through it, and I'm like, how in the hell did this? I mean, he practiced, or a person would practice playing it, but having all the "Good Morning, Harry," all of the foot pedals and whatnot on it. There's the link if anybody cares to join us. What is okay? I'm stupid here. Okay, what is tab stuff? Tab music.
So James bought CDs, cassettes, 8 tracks. I mean, that's fine if you get it cheap and you don't mind just. It doesn't take long to list um, cassette tapes.
Well, all this bicycle crap that I bought. I mean,
Harry!
I got it real cheap, but also I've got at least three of everything. Some of them a lot more than that. So it's can be quick listing because you go through a lot of stuff real fast because you've got multiples of it.
Yeah, tabular music is like the surfer's tubular.
Okay.
No, don't agree with that.
Okay.
That was a joke, son.
Okay. Well, I'm going with the flow.
Yeah, you got them for pennies, so you might as well list them. But I would I would lot those suckers up so fast. I would put all the Johnny Cash cassettes together into one big box and just say, "Here, let's auction this." You just
Yeah.
saw my Larry Todd name, folk art part. That's what I sell. I mean, that's what I sold yesterday. $140 worth of folk art going out the door. That's pretty incredible.
You know,
And I've sold some of those glass salt shakers and stuff too already. I know they're little tchotchkes and I'm not making much on them, but you take a front, back, and a bottom picture and slap it on eBay and
okay, you made $140 in one day.
no, just on those two art pieces.
Well, okay, well, that's what I meant. Those two art pieces.
Yesterday I sold $340
Okay,
worth of
well, let's
stuff.
go back to the two. We're just talking about the two pieces, $140.
Yeah,
You know,
and together they cost me $7.
so and let's say you made it clear at $110 profit off of it.
Okay.
$110 to somebody might put food on their family's table. You know what I mean? Or help pay the power bill or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think any amount of money, if you're making money, any amount of money, you're ahead of the game because otherwise you didn't make any money. Yes, nobody is making what they would like to make. I would like to. What people likes is kind of irrelevant to what's going on because I would like to be
Roland.
175 pounds, built like a brick shithouse, and with a full head of hair. That's not going to happen anytime in the future.
Yeah,
Uh,
lag. That I mean that is a unique one-off. Nobody else in the world's got one like it piece, right? But is it worth $100 or is it worth 4.4 million? I guess it's worth what somebody will pay for it. Cotton is $85 a ton.
Do
There you
you
go, Phil.
do you grow cotton, Texas?
I bet he has grown anything, everything and anything. He one of them die-hard farmer rancher types. He gets all these government subsidies.
They used to grow a lot of cotton around here. I guess they still do. I don't know. Or down in Carolina, South Carolina. One of my first little side hustles was I went with two other boys and we bought a
John, I think you put commas in wrong places there.
a hay a cotton cutter. I forgot what it's called. That you'd pull behind a tractor, and we would rent that out to some of these cotton people.
Cotton cutter.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but anyway, we made some pretty good money off of our investment. Probably a damn lot. And you know what's so sad? It's so sad is that these cotton combines, cutters, whatever the hell you want to call them, they leave a lot. I mean, a lot of cotton on the ground.
You've been actually helping the government, Phil. I remember when I first moved to a little town in Texas called Groover, people were taking their land out of production and putting it into CRP, which is just grass. And they weren't to farm it. It was just supposed to sit there. They weren't supposed to graze it. They weren't supposed to farm it. It had to sit there for 10 years with nothing happening. And the government paid them tons of money to do that. There would be a whole section of good farmland that just sat idle for 10 years.
My
And then
dad,
at the end of 10 years, then they could farm it again.
when my dad had his farm, which he inherited from his dad, um, it had a tobacco allotment attached to it, and he hadn't grown tobacco on that farm in a long time, 20, 30 years. And he would sell his allotment to other farmers.
Roman, your brain goes so many weird places. Roman, you still aren't going to say how your sales are doing. You never have.
He's going, this ninja.
He's just a fun, friendly guy. I bet he works hard. I bet Roman works hard, but he just has fun all the time. He's like the opposite of what's the other guy we were talking about?
James.
James. James always down, man. And the people that comment on his videos, they tend to agree with him. Oh yeah, my sales suck, and what the f, eBay?
Anissa, you can go diving near sharks without a cage. Believe me. You've never had your heart race until you've started to go up inside of a wreck and you flip your flashlight into through a doorway or whatnot, and there's a shark coming at you.
Roman works. He's more productive than Biden. Biden never made a nickel in his life. Somebody didn't just hand him. Biden's good at spending. Turd.
John, I talked to her yesterday afternoon. She sounds really good. She still has a little, like when she coughs, which is not very often, but when she does cough, she still feels a little phlegm. Um, my brother was going to stop by and pick her up some a COVID test and drop it off by her house,
Yeah.
but she seems to be doing really good. She says she's not running any temperature or anything like that. So I'll be able to go. Hopefully, I'll be able to go down and see her because I hate the thought of her being at home by herself and people can't come in to see her.
Yeah. Biden can eat a big bag of green donkey. Mm-hmm. And it's not
Um,
just him, it's the whole government. God. They all just think, we'll just print more money. And so our groceries have gone up 40% the last 3 years.
we
Thanks, government, you pile of crap.
we follow a couple of preppers, and one of them he talks about. Joanna, where are you at when you need you? It's their like original tomato seeds, and that's not been
Yeah, heirloom.
heirloom. Thank you, Todd. That's what I get for having smart friends. Heirloom. He says he's having a problem finding the seeds now. He says everybody is buying them up, and probably next year people will probably everybody will have a dadgum garden in their backyard.
Well,
And then if you live in a place where you can start growing now, like in Florida and whatnot, or California, or I guess parts of Texas, um, they're already planting gardens. There's a girl. I think her name is the city dwelling prepper. She lives in Manhattan, and out on her balcony, she's had tomato plants. Uh, she's had some squash. She's got them staked and with one of those like wire fence rings. She's got them growing up on it. Cucumbers. I mean, everybody's gonna be farming by next summer.
if you can do it on the cheap, our soil is so bad here.
Well, it's polluted with all that oil.
No, I basically live on a limestone rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. The soil is about 2 inches deep. To grow anything here, you have to spend more than the vegetables are worth buying mulch and stuff. I mean, compost and stuff to amend it, add to the soil because if you ain't grown anything without amending it.
Um, Texas, didn't you just buy a piece of expensive equipment the last couple of weeks? Was it you that bought somewhere? Spent some money buying some more farming equipment.
Food no longer exists. That's how I can lose weight, just to be no more food to eat.
I know. I told Roberta that we were going to go on rations around here. Well, I bet we can both lose some weight then. But it's food is going to be expensive by next summer.
Yeah,
It's already expensive now, but it's going to be even more next summer,
I've
next
done
year.
some gardening, but basically it's just for exercise and fun of watching stuff grow.
Right.
And it does taste better than what you get at the grocery store. I mean, my okra is just delicious.
Okay.
24K hates okra, but I love it. By the time 24K came in, 24K went back to work for the corporate world.
Oh, did he?
I don't think he's the head boss anymore. Did you sell your company 24K, or did you kind of put it on hold? Or
You have to fry it, 24K.
okra tastes like something.
I grew up eating okra, and nobody in our household ate boiled okra.
Yeah.
It was either fried or it was diced up, cut up into rings and put into tomato soup. I mean, into vegetable soup.
There's the beard back again.
Oh, there he is. But it's
Hey, exercise boy.
I know.
Yeah, I would have been here earlier, but the guy, Dave, is the landscaper is here, so I talked to him for a few minutes.
We talked about how tight your ass is for a little while after you were gone.
I was listening. Beth said it was too early to talk about my butt. I was listening.
Yeah, I think Craig said he wouldn't rub your butt either.
What is it?
Yeah, okra and gumbo. Isn't that the main ingredient of gumbo is okra?
I don't know, but I like vegetable soup. With real vegetables in it.
I don't eat a lot of vegetables, but fried okra, man, that's some good stuff.
If it's fried, I could eat it. I mean, really.
Yeah, so for those of you who couldn't understand me, it's 30 30 30. Within 30 minutes of waking, 30 grams of protein and 30 minutes of brisk exercise. So heart rate 135 or around 135. So it's basically, for me, it's one lap around the neighborhood. It's 30 minutes.
So
is that supposed to make you drop weight?
Yeah. He goes real, and his name is Gary Brecka. He goes real into the scientific of the way when you start exercising, your body only has so many minutes of glycogen.
Right.
And so people that, these bodybuilders, they drink these protein shakes and they eat a lot of protein before they work out. Right. It's because once your body burns through the glycogen, the next thing is that it's going to burn through muscle. So most people exercise, they burn through muscle, it rebuilds at night, they burn through it. So they always stay the same because they never, and he said the key is the protein. But if you're trying to lose weight, if you don't do the weightlifting, if you do, walking from everything I've read is supposedly the best thing you can do to lose weight because it, and so, yeah. So I'm doing that. I'm gonna try to do that 6 out of 7 days a week. I don't know that I'll get it done on Saturdays.
Yeah, when I was running 6 miles a day, I weighed 160.
When was this?
When I was about 30 years old.
Oh, okay.
That's several decades ago.
Who is going to chase me for that long?
Walking doesn't make me. It'll kind of hold me steady, but it doesn't make me lose a lot of weight. But running, if I ever got strong enough to run again.
And then the key to it after that is stay keto after the rest of the day. He said you'll be amazed at what your body, because your body will burn any of the protein you eat before it. So
I ran like the wind blows.
Oh, I thought Anissa was. She says that she lost 65 pounds. I thought she was talking about when the twins were born.
Yes. I also did a video this morning just talking about that, but I bought this. It came in yesterday, so I used it for the first time. So it is this little guy. It's a receiver for a USB, so it'll work in an iPhone 15 or most Androids, and a little microphone. You'd be amazed the quality difference in the voice between just using the Where's the video? You can hear the last 10 seconds of this video. is crazy how much better it is. Uh, Come on.
They don't have one for like a lightning cord, do they?
They do.
No, the new iPhones went back to having like the USB ports on them, didn't they?
Went back to it. They never had it.
I thought
There
they
you
I
go,
thought they
Bill.
didn't have any ports on them for a while. You had to use those lightning things.
They had lightning. They've never had USB C. They have
Oh.
USB C now.
Starting the
Hold on. Let me. I keep trying to fast forward through it, and it keeps skipping too far. So give it. You don't want to hear the whole video. I hate to ruin what Tom gets to listen to in a few minutes.
Four wives probably burn $3,500 a day too.
especially where he lives at.
Oh, it's cheap where he lives. He can buy a gallon of gasoline for like 50
All right.
cents.
See if you can tell the difference.
And this is it without the audio. Should make a big difference.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
All right, friends, subscribe.
You got to watch the video.
Okay.
Because the microphone really, there's no background noise. There's no it is. I know that was anticlimactic, but in the video that I recorded, normally I have to up the audio. I have to do the voice isolation to get rid of that air conditioner back there, to get rid of any hum, to get rid of any of that. And it's for $24, and it comes with 2 microphones.
The
House husband.
it's up already. You said.
No, it's still on my phone.
Well, put it up. I mean, get her put up there. You're a stay-at-home son, lag. We know that. Mr. Sadie, you want to become a house husband? That ain't gonna happen. You got too many women folk have you wrapped around their little fingers. That's the only reason you're still working. Papa, I need such and such. Okay, baby, let me see what I can do. My dad was that way. If we had have asked for some of the stuff when we were kids that my nephews and nieces asked for from him, and he got it for them, it just didn't happen. He'd have laughed in our face.
What is this thing called? Oh.
You'll be a house biatch, Mr. Sadie.
So tell us, Beard, you missed the serious part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Has your eBay ruined? Like James?
It's just dead.
It's dead.
My eBay is dead. So y'all know I'm trying to work my way back into eBay and build the eBay business back up. And I am so frustrated that I'm only selling $10,000 every 31 days. That I should, if eBay wasn't dead, I'd be over 20 by now.
Dang. Stupid eBay.
Damn it, eBay! You're making me work too hard. I'm actually having to sell stuff that sells. What the hell?
You know, if you're selling $10,000 a month and it's broken, God, imagine if it wasn't broken.
That's what I keep telling people. Imagine, I said that in the video that I recorded last night. Imagine if it wasn't broken, I'd be the king of eBay.
Yeah, I didn't know if this would sell, but it did for $100. Boom.
You know, I listed 3 golf clubs the other night. I sold the first one that's in the video that's coming up. I woke up this morning and one of the other 2 sold, and I'm like, why have I not listed the other 10 golf clubs? That's why my eBay is not any bigger, because I'm not great at listing. If I listed like I should, I would never leave the building. You know, that's the problem, is they don't you got. It's a clusterfuck. You got eBay screwing around. But they always screw around. Somebody name me a time when we weren't complaining about eBay messing something up. It's been that way for years. So to blame it on eBay now for your, now we're, whether you believe it or not, we're in a recession. Go buy something. Just go look at the cost of living, and everybody focuses on gas. Gas is kind of settled out. Go to the grocery store. Oh my God, the price shock that you should have buying groceries, and go out to eat. Go out to eat and figure out how much it costs to go out to eat. We don't eat out anymore at all. I eat wing night because it's 75% a wing. That's the only time I eat out. Wing night.
And you're paying 75 cents a damn wing. Damn.
I don't know. It's and so everybody's struggling. Go talk to regular people and see how many people aren't struggling with bills and how many people have lost their jobs and how many. And the other thing people don't talk about is shrinkflation. Whereas a dollar used to get you, say, 10 slices of bread. Now they go, well, look, here's your loaf of bread, but that same dollar gets you 8. So not only are they raising the price, they're lowering the amount that you. So you got inflation and shrinkflation together. I mean, everything is against us, and
A domestic god.
To think that people are just going to sit back and go, I want some. They'll look at the stuff because he's still getting a lot of impressions, and they're going, man, those are some nice stereographic cards. Those are pretty cool from the 20s. I don't have $30 to spend on that right now, and they move on.
I think that people are just not spending. The smart people are just not spending money right now because they know that shit's going to hit the fan, and they're just not spending for it.
If you live in a big city, it was really, I don't know how many of y'all listened to what's his name, Dan Bongino, but it was yesterday, the day before. He sat there for 20 or 30 minutes and reminded people, this shit in the Middle East is coming here. We have had the back door open for the last 3 years. These bad actors have come through, swam across the river. We've given them cell phones. We've sent them all to these big cities. If you live in a big city and are not paying attention, there's going to be some violence that's going to happen. And I hate to tell people this in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And there's going to be people that pass away that shouldn't, because you better take your AirPods out of your ears. You better carry. You better buy bullets and carry. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
how do they live when they come here? It can't be much better than where they left.
We give them everything. We are paying them to come destroy us. The powers that be want us gone so bad. There's one thing that stands between the world and one rule government. You're living in it right now. And once the world's largest standing army goes down, the Chinese are just going to fold. Even though they have the largest standing army, there's, the American population truly is the way that we're armed to the teeth. That's why they want your guns. That's why they want you neutered. That's why all the food that's got so much estrogen in it, that we're raising all these damn soy boys and all this shit, is they have taken over the food system. They've taken over. That's why you can't find heirloom tomatoes. Here, have this that's got this. Y'all done the research on the meat, whatever that meat is Burger King serves, that fake meat that's got no animal products in it. It is full of estrogen. Milk is full of estrogen.
Soy boy.
It is not an accident that the generation behind us is so weak. It's because they attacked the food supply.
And it's just the mental part of it too. What people are being fed, all the stuff that they're being fed now. Mentally, not actually eating. But
people call me crazy when I try to sound the alarm and tell people they need to wake up. Oh, that's just Beard. He's controversial. That's how they try to shut you down. Oh, I can't listen to Beard. He's controversial. He'll tell you some crazy conspiracy theory. Yeah, 99% of the stuff I've told you has come true, but yet I'm the conspiracy theorist.
Well, I hear it. I hear it from you, and I hear it from the person that I share a bed with every night too. So
Lag tells you every night in Sweet Nothings.
no, not him. I'm talking about Roberta, my other radical right. Uh,
I know you don't think we're both wrong, so
oh, Roberta's never wrong.
damn right. You go, Roberta.
It don't matter what she says, she's right, and I just go, yeah, honey, you're right, because I like going to bed not worried about her holding a pillow over my head at night. His CPAP machine went out.
Go look at so I was wanting to know what's the difference between Celtic salt, which is all the rage right now, and like Himalayan sea salt, and then regular sea salt and salt. Well, iodized salt, it's got no minerals left in it. It's just straight sodium chloride. There's no minerals left in it. So then you move back to sea salt. So what's the problem with sea salt? You would think sea salt would be great. 90% of the sea salt tested has um, microplastics in it. 90%, folks. Some of the Himalayan does too, but the Celtic salt is the one that's mostly pure and has 88 minerals in it. There's a reason why they don't want you to have that. It's fringed. You ever notice that? If it's something that's good for you, or you taking charge of your own life and doing stuff for yourself, it's fringe. It's conspiracy. They've been attacking small business for the last decade or two because we make it on our own and don't need the government. So that's a bad thing. So how they have demonized small. Don't believe me? Who they try to shut down in 2020? All the big corporations go, oh, we get a pass because we're essential. You have to be able to come here and buy your 24K. Has got to be able to come buy his lube at Walmart so he can carry around his KY. So it's essential they stay open, but the mom and pop shops, y'all got to close. And how many did they destroy? I mean, look at the gyms in New Jersey. That guy's still fighting. They didn't go out to Walmart and sue Walmart and put Walmart to oblivion. They made Walmart bigger. They made Target bigger.
It's
Roman.
it's earlier we were talking about who was it? Oh, maybe it was you. I don't remember. Hell, I'm just kind of in a fog this morning. About not grow. You got paid to not grow. Was that you,
They did
Todd?
it. My grandfather was a farmer, and they were doing that back when I was a kid. Paying him not to grow on certain parcels of land because they were trying to up the price of corn and everything else. Now, that's what they told us. They were trying to control the supply to the worldwide to make sure that the farmers were protected and all that stuff. Now they're trying to reduce the food supply. And just think about it. How many people are going to starve to death over this bullshit of them destroying food facilities and everything else?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier.
But the white liberal, she's so concerned about whether or not
There you go, John.
the color person across the street can get into Harvard or Yale, and it doesn't matter that we're starving children all over this world for these crazy ass leftist policies. They want to be able. Just think how important is life to these people and the planet to these people when they kill and murder 620,000 babies a year. Man, fuck these people. I don't want to hear a word they say. You can justify killing babies. I'm out. You mean nothing to me. You're worse than the dirt on the bottom of my shoe. And don't tell me rape and incest and all that shit, because that is so minuscule. That's the defense they ever use.
What's the joke about sending Felix Hines ketchup, Mr. Sadie? Does he not like Hines?
No. they're not allowed to add certain colorings. The U.S. government allows these companies to put stuff in food that the rest of the world doesn't.
Yeah.
Different colors, different additives and stuff that are proven to be harmful to humans. The U.S. government goes, well, they're paying us a whole lot of money to make you eat it, so here you go. You know what I mean? Their lobbyists are paying billions of dollars to these politicians. It's not an accident that Sinema, the senator from Arizona, was worth like $11,000, and she could barely pay her bills. What, 4 years ago? She's worth $12 million now, and she's made $200,000 a year. You tell me how she got to $12 million in four. So 200,000 times 4 is 800,000. How did she get to $12 million?
Do the seated senators and congresspersons, do they have to file? I mean, do they have to? Is their are their tax returns publicized? Do they have to be?
I believe they are. At least they're public trades. Felix is right. We're one of the few countries that has white eggs. And why do we have white eggs? Because they bleach them and carry it on. Man, chicken eggs aren't white. Go to a farm, people. Go look at a chicken egg and see the last time you saw a white chicken egg. They bleach them and with chemicals and everything else to make them all look the same.
I'm an extremist here. If you're doing insiding trading while you're in Congress, that should be treason. Because you're hurting the people of the United States. That should be treason.
All right, let's hang Nancy first then. Shit. Her old ass.
What about your girlfriend from California that passed away last week?
Good riddance. But it's amazing. I'm looking at this computer because if you've ever edited video, it splits the video and audio, and they're separate tracks so you can see it. The video where I turned the microphone off, the video is doing like this, and it's like it flatlines. It's crazy how bad, how effective just this little $26 microphone is. He said they can't buy processed cheese.
A lot of people can't stand the taste of non-processed cheese because that's all they've grown up on is processed cheese.
What are you doing, Jenny?
You've got privileged eggs here. I like me some plain old extra sharp cheddar.
Yeah. When you start eating regular cheese, it's hard to go back to Kraft singles. I haven't eaten Kraft singles in a long time.
It just don't have any taste to it.
Mm-mm. Oh my God, that nacho cheese that people want to put on everything. Oh my God.
I like cheese. I like dairy. And I shouldn't be eating any of it.
I like big butts and I can't lie.
No, Texas. My grandmother used to do it. And hams.
But Felix will tell you he's here in the chat. He'll tell you their bread is completely different than ours because they've stripped all the nutrients out of bread and out of the grains.
You talking about here?
Bread. And when Todd's been to Italy, bread tastes different. Bread acts different. They don't have gluten issues over there, like we have over here because of what we've done to make bread.
I have some friends from the UK, and they laugh they say their families over and still in the UK laugh their asses off about the stuff that we get so wrapped up on over here, the gluten and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, they don't have it over there. Felix, because they're trying to make bread last forever. Felix says they buy bread every day.
Yeah.
We used to do that. Remember they deliver milk to your front door, and you'd go. They blamed it on refrigeration. It was just advanced in refrigeration. But grandmas went to the store every other day.
We had the
Even the
Coburg
mold doesn't on our
milkman.
bread.
We had the Coburg milkman that came to our house twice a week. Came on Mondays and Thursdays. And my brother, I'm not a connoisseur of milk, but my younger brother was. If it wasn't ice cold, he'd just about gag. But he has always said that the milk tastes different.
And this is it without the audio.
Could y'all hear me talking just then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the. I'll turn it up as loud as I can turn it up on the TV. Where's the remote? This microphone is crazy good. All right, so here we go. The first 5 or 6 seconds will be. This is with the microphone.
We'll see how better the audio is. This is it with the audio. And this is it without the audio. Should make a big difference.
It makes it makes a huge difference for just in a phone. I mean, the volume drops in half. I have to artificially inflate that when I'm making videos.
It sounds 12% less southern.
How much was that? How much was that, Mike?
$26.99, but they had a coupon on it.
It was how much?
It's like $26.99, but it had a coupon on it. It's made it like $20, $21.
That's not bad.
It was funny, John.
It come with a little case. It come with. I bought the one that had 2 of them. For like $4 less, you can get the one that has 1.
Okay. So you can do stereo.
Yeah, in case y'all want to talk to Johnny one time.
Lord have mercy.
I didn't even put a roll tide on that one, Mr. Say, but I'm going to just for you. I can't help it that Missouri wet the bed in the last 5 minutes of the game. Don't be bothering me now. Missouri's going. They're going to win. They're going to win. The last 5 minutes, they shit the bed and lost.
That's called. What's it?
Dang, all this laughing's got my COVID cough stirred up.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are killing me.
Yeah, if you want to do yourself, so if you want to find something interesting, do yourself a favor. Even Google will bring this back. Google any sort of your search engine, your choice, foods that are banned in the rest of the world, but you can still eat in the U.S. There's some color, I think Mountain Dew, the yellow in Mountain Dew or something is banned. There's certain Skittles.
Red number 5.
Red number 5. There's Skittles that can't be. I mean, there's all kinds of colorings and additives. If you look, that aren't served over here. I mean, they're served here, but not the rest of the world, because the rest of the world goes, you know what? That's not the greatest thing to be eaten.
Red number 5, yellow number something or other. That was that's. If you had a kid with an ADD problem, they said strip that from their diet.
Yeah, start reading into Gary Brecka and what he thinks about ADD, ADHD, and how it's really interesting thing. He talks about how we certain organs, we convict organs. So if you've got hyperthyroidism, as the example he uses, your thyroid produces 2 things. It produces T3 and T4, 2 I think they're amino acids, whatever they are. It produces, so if you're hyperthyroid, it means that you're low on T3, and so they pound the thyroid with medicine to try to make it make more T3, which is not designed to, because it only makes 20% of the T3 in your body. So why are we not going after the other 80%? It's because your body cannot convert the T4 into T3, because the T4 goes around and only uses the T4 into T3 when it needs it. So 80% of your T3 comes from the T4, but your body can't methylate it because you don't have the proper minerals to do this. And so instead of fixing the mineral imbalance and the processes that your body uses minerals for, you know, the drug companies go, we're going to give you this drug for your hypothyroidism, and just beat the thyroid in submission until they make it where the thyroid can't work without it. And now you're a lifelong customer for thyroid medicine when it was a mineral imbalance or something to begin with, and your body just needed to be able to convert its 80% source instead of forcing the 20 to do 80.
And Twinkies.
Ho
You know,
ho.
my dad always said that he never had a weight problem until the 70s, because that's when
You
there
go,
was restrooms. There were restaurants everywhere. You know,
but,
used to be when he went, because he was a project superintendent over like 3 or 4 construction sites at one time. He would, my
I
mom
bet you
would
have.
pack him a lunch.
Lag, does your mama bring the ho-hos to the basement? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tom, it's amazing. Go look at pictures from the 70s, the 60s and 70s. People are there. There's not a weight thing. There's not a. You look at them and people are just normal size.
Yeah,
It's mid 70s where that crazy supersize happens.
and it's, just because people are not eating at home, not cooking. They're buying everything that's already cooked and processed, and I know that affects people's jobs by saying that stuff like that. But if we had half the damn fast food joints, the half that's left will make a decent living.
Who the hell eats at McDonald's? I haven't eaten at a McDonald's in.
Oh, I love McDonald's.
I haven't eaten at McDonald's in.
I
Johnny,
don't get. I don't. Here's what I say: if you start dissing me about liking McDonald's, all I have to say is there's one for you, and there's one
but
for your horse that you rode in off.
but Joni ate it on the way home from Cincinnati. I'm like, I'll pass.
Even though I like to. We have a McDonald's that sits right next door to a Jack in the Box, and I like their Jack in the Box Big Jack because
If
it's
you
got
want,
lettuce. It's got lettuce and tomato on it.
if you want a real hamburger, go to Culver's. Culver's is the
I
bomb.
don't like Culver's. Um,
You like McDonald's, but don't like Culver's.
I don't like Culver's. They're too pricey, and I don't see enough difference in the food quality for it.
Says the man who just said he loves McDonald's.
I do.
Your opinion has now been null and void. You're a conspiracy theorist. Your opinion doesn't count.
No, I'm not too much on the Big Macs, but I mean, it was cheap food at the time. Now they've jacked the price of everything up.
Tom loves Big Macs and he cannot lie.
I do. I do like McDonald's food. I don't eat there a lot, but if I want a McDonald's, it's convenient. That's the big damn thing is. What people are not having to, when they get home, they're not cooking dinner. They stop by the damn fast food place. Out here at the end of the street, not a mile away from my house, is 4 fast food places. What do? You whip it in there and you pick up dinner and take home. That's the reason Scott's fat.
Oh yeah, Scott's fat because he lives a sedentary lifestyle.
Well, all of us should have stand up desk. Because the sitting down is bad for your heart, just by the sitting down part of it.
But it's very interesting stuff. Some of the people I follow on TikTok, there's one guy. He's a Canadian, so I don't hold that against him. But he's a Canadian, uh, and his whole thing is he tests his blood sugar. So he'll eat something and show you what it does on the glucose monitor. And it's amazing too how we are taught wrong. So the food pyramid is upside down, and so we shouldn't, it should be, proteins and everything first. The order you the order you eat food matters. The way it, because if you'll not eat the bread when you, okay, so it's gonna be hard. Go to Olive Garden, eat just a salad, lay off the breadsticks, and then eat. You'll be amazed. You can eat the breadsticks at the end, farther back, because the more food you have that lines your stomach, it's harder for the for those direct carbs to be absorbed quickly. His work has been just watching the stuff that he'll eat something and then go for a brisk walk right afterwards, or those kind of things. And activity really has an effect on how your body takes in sugar. It's amazing the order you eat food, and then also the amount of food. So he ate a quarter pounder with cheese, right up your alley, Tom. He ate a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese, and then he showed you what it did to his blood pressure. And then he ate a double quarter pounder with cheese, and you would think, well, double, that's going to be doubly worse, right? The double was actually better for you because it had more protein versus the bun.
Ah,
The higher the amount of protein, the less the sugar spike was because your body was, the protein was there.
Mr.
It's
Felix says get 4 double cheese and wash it down with a Coke to be healthy. That is BS. If you're going to do that, if you're going to food blend while you're eating, you got to eat a Baby Ruth and wash it down with the Diet Coke because then all the calories and balance out.
Hey Felix, not only does Lag's mom number the pancakes, she also comes down with a fork and goes, "Open up, open them,"
That's right.
and she feeds him just like that. It makes little sounds, and
Here's the plane. Here's the fire truck. Open up the garage.
And then it devolves into something about doing stuff naked and those kind of hide the sausage, and yeah, you don't want to think about that.
You know what? I don't ever remember. My kids have always been eaters. I never
Yeah.
had to do any of that kind of BS about feeding them and whatnot. But I guess it's because they came from places where a lot of food was not available.
Right. But so Johnny's sister adopted a little Chinese girl, and it was true. Same thing. She would hoard food. She would keep food in her room. I mean, it took years to get all that out, and for her to psychologically release all that stuff because years. Because a girl in an orphanage in China had such a small chance of living in the 20. I think she's 24, 23, 24.
And over here, usually, especially if she's not the firstborn, if a little girl is put up on a pedestal, they're our little princess, that kind of thing. And over there, they're nothing. And now they've got this massive population problem because there's no girls to have babies with.
So we've got this little bitty Chinese couple that run the Chinese restaurant here in town, and they had a boy and a girl, and we watched them grow up. And that their parents, the dad is maybe 5'5", and the mom is probably 5 foot tall, and that boy grew to 6'4", and the girl grew to 5'10".
Well, look at what the food has done to our.
Yeah.
Look at what the food has done to the population too. Go back in the 60s and 70s and find somebody the average height of people where they are now and back then. I'm tall at 5'8". I'm tall for a Zilke. That's crazy. My brother is at almost 6 foot. You look around and go, did my mom have? I know mom's a lesbian. Is there some kind of something she did? Mailman, which the mail woman had something extra. Who knows?
But the additives to food. If you look back like at 1976 when I graduated. If you look at our high school annual, none of the boys had beards or mustaches. They all had baby faces. You go to the 80s, 90s, these boys have beards that are thicker than dadgum Scott's there.
I'm telling you, Alabama had a lineman. He plays in the pros now. When he got to Alabama, this dude looked like his beard was as big as mine. He looked like a grown-ass man at 18. You go, holy crap, this kid's 18. He's a freaking freshman. So Felix, you're 100% correct. He says that American chicken gives man boobs. So does the milk. All the hormones and milk. Look up how much estrogen is in our milk supply.
It's just it's amazing. But like I said, just by opening 2 annuals from high schools, you look at the boys, how they're they look like they look like old men with the beards and the mustaches and all that kind of stuff. Chickens here are average 1 pound, not 10. Anyone can have a beard. Yeah, that's what she said. I bet he was he was a player when he was at Alabama.
Who was that?
You.
I didn't have a beard.
No, I said you were a player.
I met Joni the first week of my sophomore year, and yeah, a real player. I had to put up her ass for like 30 years.
It was love. True love. That's from Princess
So, and the
Bride.
average height in 1920 was 171 centimeters. Somebody tell me what that is. By 70, it was up to 178. So over that 50-year span, I bet it's.
Well, if you go to some of the historic houses where they've got actual beds from the time period, like if you go to Biltmore, those people were short. You look at the damn beds, and my feet would hang over off of them, and I'm only 5'10".
Well, look at all the Volkswagens and stuff through the years. Who fit in them damn things? You get in all these pickup trucks didn't have extended cabs. They didn't need them. People did. They weren't big and they weren't tall.
Yeah.
Hey, shit.
16-inch pizza last night and Keno at the casino. That's how I keep this figure.
Who was that? Oh,
Mr. Sadie. But we did, we've got so much stuff in our foods these days. I mean, it's scary what we're actually eating.
That's funny, Felix. You see that when his mom comes there and gets a chicken, she always asks, "Is it a frog?" Because it's so small compared to the American chicken. Oh, that's awesome.
Beth was just at Biltmore. Those were some short ass beds in that house, wasn't it, Beth? Now, mind you, Mr. Vanderbilt had his own bedroom, and Mrs. Vanderbilt had her own bedroom, so you can get comfortable.
Beth said her dad was 6'2" and drove a Volkswagen Beetle. Oh my! I bet that was. He'd have to fold his legs to get in and get out. My parents had them, but my dad was my height, and my mom's. She's like 5'1".
I had a friend in high school that had an MGB, and he was like 6'2", and when we were seniors, he would literally undo the roof and flip it back to get out of the thing, and then when he got ready to get in it, he would flip the roof back, get in it, sit down, and put the roof back on it. So finally, his mom got him another car, and she started driving the MGB. Well, even with cars now, I get in and out of Roberta's Mazda, and I'm always messing up my getting in and out of it. The headspace in these new cars are just terrible unless you go for the big rides.
That's what happened to my hair. I kept rubbing on the roof of my 300ZX, so it finally fell out.
See, he was a player. He had a 300ZX.
Oh, I had that when I had that in 2012. I had a Mustang in college with a little 2.3 liter 4-cylinder that if I got to a hill, I had to get out. I could get out and run up the hill faster, and that little car would go up. The first Mustang I had like a 1 point whatever cylinder engine. Oh my god!
What model did you have?
I had a 79 and an 87. '79 was at the end of the oil and the itty bitty engines, and
Right.
and then I had that CRX. It had a little bitty engine, but that damn thing got. And it was a 1986 model. It was the HF. It got 50 something miles to the gallon back then. It's like 54 miles to the gallon. That little Honda CRX HF.
Because I had a. What did I have? 17. I had a 75 Mustang 2 with a 302 in it, for a 3-speed with positive traction, and that dadgum thing would fly like a dog with his ass on fire. I mean, it was ugly as hell, but it was fast.
Yeah, Felix, that's a great point. Look at the football players from the '70s, and look at the Alabama football line. For God's sakes, we have 3 players on our offensive line that are at least 6'4", 350. It's the largest line in football. I'm not college, not pros. The Alabama offensive line is the largest line in football. The average weight is like 6'3", 340.
See, I don't get too hipped up on basketball because when you got 7 feet tall guys that can clear this daggum basketball court in like 3 steps. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Be right back.
No, Surgeon, we don't know what you're talking about. You got to speak a little louder so we can help you out. We have to wait for help with the solution. What the hell?
Okay, I'm sorry.
You tell them to speak a little louder.
They need to
For help with this problem, we need to speak louder.
Because these people are so much taller, especially the pros. They need to make the basketball court longer.
Tom refuses to take this joke.
They need to raise the goal up about 3 feet. I mean, it used to be. Remember when Muggsy Bogues played for the Hornets? He was the shortest. He's like the shortest person that's ever played professional basketball.
Was he taller than Spud Webb?
I don't know, but he was like 5 feet shorter than everybody else. But
okay, so Muggsy Bogues was 5'3", and Spud Webb was.
Both of them could dunk, couldn't they?
Spud Webb was a giant. He was 5'6".
Okay. But I just think, I just think that if they made the course court and raise the basketball goals in relationship to the new average height of the pros, I don't think there would be one game being 300 to 250. Because these guys can stand on their tippy toes and put the basketball in the goal now.
You tell your son to speak louder. He comes in here with a problem. We've got all these smart people. We could have helped him with this problem.
No, he's going to go. He's off today, and he's going to meet some friends, and they're going to go thrifting and go out to lunch and that kind of stuff.
We definitely could have helped him with that.
He's looking for band shirts.
Don't buy any mall clothes. Don't.
Yeah, he's buying. He's looking for band shirts. Don't care who it is. He likes band shirts. He was walking around here with Trisha Yearwood on one time, and I said, "You don't even like country western music," and he's like band shirts.
You find him like a Lawrence Welk shirt or something.
A what?
Lawrence Welk? Do they make Lawrence Welk t-shirts?
I don't think so. But they're going to go out. And he was just telling me he was leaving because he's still driving my car. So, because I told him he could drive my car until he gets enough money that he can pay cash for his car.
Well, if he's
So
buying
he's
band shirts, he's not working on it.
huh?
If he's out buying band shirts, he's gonna be driving your
Oh,
car.
he's tight with his money. He's got it budgeted out because he knows the kind of car he wants, and uh, I just don't want him with the way the economy is right now. I just don't, and he's not buying a brand new car. Um, with the economy like it is right now, I just don't think um, it's a good time to be getting into any payments. And he works at a very upscale nursing facility.
Normally, I'm up for an argument, Tom, but I think you're giving sage advice.
Um, no, I wish I had a chauffeur because I hate to drive, John. Uh, but anyway, it's a very upscale nursing home. And I told him, I said, economy gets bad. People might not be able to afford this $7,000 a damn month for a nursing home. And he's like, yeah, you got a point there. So anyway, he's driving my car, my SUV. And I'm ready. You know what? I told Roberta the other day, I said, I hate not having a car. That
Nothing.
I can't just go out there and get in it and go because it's usually sitting in a parking lot where
He's
he
trusted
works at.
enough. He's trusted enough to drive the Saturn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you what, I'm gonna drive that damn thing until it can't go. And I might even have a engine put in it when I
My old boss had 300,000 miles on his.
do what?
My old boss had 300,000 miles on his before he finally got.
Well, this model, which is a GM product, the transmission for they had a huge problems with their transmissions with this it's an Outlook, which is like a I guess mid-size. Any of the mid-size and the GM products across the line had transmission problems. Like people were replacing transmissions at like 40,000 miles in them. So when we bought ours, it had already had a new transmission put in it. And then it started acting funky and I had another one put in it back during COVID because you couldn't find anything and they wanted the price of a new car for the price of a used. I mean, they wanted the price of for the price of a used car, you could have bought a brand new one if you could have found a brand new one.
Hey, Felix, I'm 100% with you guys. You guys do that right. There's so much wrong in this world, and there's no society that does it right. There's so many elements of every. If you could just imagine that if we were smart enough to take the good out of everything, and treat everybody like they deserve to be treated, how much easier life would be.
Mr. Sadie, I don't want to hear about your trannies.
All I got out of what Tom was saying was I think he said you can't trust a tranny. I think that's what he said. I didn't want to make a comment because I didn't want to be called something terrible.
Mr. I've got a buddy down the street. He is Italian. Well, he was born here, but his parents are Italian. They came over on the boat, so to speak. He said that his European cousins, they might be 30 years old before they move out of the house, and that's if they've gotten married. He said American kids, as soon as they turn 18 and they can get their own place, they're moving out. But he said over there, it's just like that's not that unless you get married. Unless you get married, you live at home. So yes, the U.S. of A. is not 100% correct on everything,
Well, a lot of that was
but about 75% of the stuff we are.
A lot of that's older generation because it happened to my father and his father. I mean, it's obviously I didn't go to that school because Jacob's 25. He's probably still in there asleep.
That's because we spoiled them.
But there's a line that's got to be somewhere in there because are you spoiling someone or throwing them out on their ass and making them, the rest of the world doesn't see it that way.
Yeah. Well, see, it's like
Yeah.
Sasha in his car. He has no bills other than his incidentals. So as long as he's putting his money back to buy him a car, so he don't have to pay for it, I mean, make payments on it, I'm happy with it. But if you're going to go out and drink up all your damn money and stuff like that, and not saving any money, then it's time for you to get your own place. And the other one, my oldest one, he's got a pretty good fat bank account. So if you got anybody in the 24 to 26-year-old, if you got any daughters in the 24 to 26-year-old range that needs a husband,
I'll give you Jacob.
I don't have a daughter though. Because if I did, I'd marry her off to him because I knew he comes from a rich family. Anyway, I'm ready to start. I'm about ready to start doing arranged marriages. But Chevrolet, they had a huge problem with their transmissions. I mean, it was bad, and this was SUVs. This was not even a work truck or anything like that. Well, see, we've thought about getting an. I like Roberta's Mazda, and it's good for around town, but I'm not comfortable in long rides in the thing. So I told her, I said, well, maybe we ought to think about getting a full size SUV because we are going to start doing some traveling. You can't get a V8 in a daggum Expedition, so we might have to go to a.
If you buy a used one, you can.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure that's going to happen. So we're looking at I'm looking at a GMC Escalade. Is it Escalade? That's a Cadillac.
That's Cadillac. It's a Suburban.
Whatever. Yeah, it's just the Suburban thing, but only it's the Tahoe size.
It should be some kind of law. Once you get past your age, you should only be able to buy compact cars because y'all are going to kill people.
See, I don't like to drive, but when I'm on the interstate, I like to be comfortable. And God, I would rather drive than have to go to this damn airport we have here. Beth, you still here? What'd you think about our airport? I mean,
last time I was there, it was pretty nice. I didn't leave it, so I didn't.
It's been under construction now for the last 30 years. But it's yeah, my brother just bought a couple of new trucks, and I asked him if he had the V6s because that's what most of the trucks are. If you look at like the dealerships, their trucks have V6s in them. He said no. He said he got V8s in them because he was every once in a while he has to throw a trailer behind it, pull some weight.
If you're gonna get a truck that needs to pull something, just get the diesel and be done with it.
Well, he's got a couple of those too, but he's bitching about the price of diesel fuel down here.
Well, then go to California for a couple of days.
That's what I told him. I pulled it up on my daggum phone. I said, "This is what the fuel prices are in California right now, and they're like $6." I'm like, he's like, nah. He said the only reason he would drive to California or drive in California is because he had to fly. I mean, he drove out there to pick up an animal or something.
Yeah, I talked to Dave last night. California, $5.89 a gallon. I'm like, I'm filling up gas at $2.92. I'm like, yeah, you can keep that shit.
Well, at least California is going to get a kind of bump in its tax rate or taxes income because whoever won the Powerball last night lives in California.
Well, that sucks. Are you trying to tell me I didn't win?
No, so that means that he probably, if he takes the lump sum, he's probably only going to get about 200 million out of it after he pays federal and California taxes.
I think 400 is what I end up, 300 or 400.
Yeah,
That poor bastard.
that poor bastard. Yeah, now he's got to. There is loads of YouTube channels about if you win the lottery, this is what you're supposed to
It's
do.
like,
Who
could we
the
not?
hell? If I won $100 million, you people would never know about it.
So where else in the world do we get screwed like this? You win $1 billion lottery that is put on by the government, and the first thing the government does is take over half. I mean, that's bullshit. The government, it's run by the government, and they say you're going to win this, and they pull the rug right from you. Go, no, wait a minute, you're going to get less than half. Sorry about, after they've tricked everybody, all these poor suckers like me into buying lottery tickets.
Well, it's like we play the lottery on a regular basis, and that's my beer money. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't chase women, and I spend a lot less money on it than some of the people I know that have to have their 4 cases of beer every weekend. You know what I mean? But yeah, somebody in California won.
Yeah, Felix, it's a lot. It's a tax on the poor. We were up doing the yard sales the other day, and I'm like, I'll buy $10 worth. I mean, it's not.
Well, you better enjoy that cheap fuel, Felix, because the U.S. is going electric. We're going electric, so we were not going to need your fuel.
I'm not. I'm not going electric. Y'all can go electric.
Well, it's with our when Biden goes back into presidency, he's going to outlaw gas powered vehicles.
What do you mean goes back in? They're not going to have an election, so they're just going to try
Shut
to
up, Roberta. Just shut up, Roberta. I don't want to hear that. Because that's what she says. There's not going to be an election. Something's going to happen. We're going to be at war. We're going to be something. What's gas down there in Louisiana? Swamp, Glenn. Isn't he in Louisiana? Is
Yes.
he in? Yeah,
He's in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge. Yeah, that's what I thought he was.
We're about $3 here.
Yeah.
Well, in my town it's like $3.15, but over in Waco it's $3.
It's like $3.60 here. You drive down in South Carolina across the border, it's like $3.49. Because we have 25 cents more sales tax on
I
fuel.
paid $2.98 yesterday, and I think it's cheaper on my side of town. I was on the other side of town, and the light came on. I'm like, damn it.
Translate this for me, Scott.
What am I translating?
What's on the screen right now? Scott, did you see that sync from TYT is running? Laugh my ass off, good stuff. You know what he's talking about?
No. I know what PYT is. I don't know what CYT is.
Okay, well, TYT. What's TYT?
Damn if I know.
Titty?
You know, I am not. Okay. I think Donald Trump did some good stuff because he didn't give a shit. But I hate to say it, but I really hope he becomes president again because he's going to go in there with both barrels loaded. And he's not going to give a rat's ass because in 4 years he's done.
He's not gonna give the first fuck.
He'd be what?
He's not gonna give the first fuck.
Oh,
And
not at all.
we need
And
somebody to go in with reckless abandon.
and he is, the rules are going to be off because according to Mr. What's his name, the black president, Obama. Mr. Obama, there was a rule that presidents did not come out and attack other previous presidents, and they have attacked Trump really hard. So when
the Walmart in Hazel Green has gas for $2.89. I knew I paid too much at $2.98 yesterday. Damn it.
Well, you can go to Sam's Club and get it from.
And then I get another nickel off that. It would have been $2.85 or $4. Damn.
Okay, I know a lot of y'all are Costco shoppers.
Yeah, Costco is not even on the list.
I will not go back into a Costco because I was in there a few days ago. The place it was Monday. The place was packed. Lines were 10 people long. If you go into a Sam's Club on their app, you can scan as you go and pay from your app and walk right out the door. They scanned your little barcode on your phone and you walk right out the damn door. And I asked one of the associates at Costco, I said, do y'all not have the app so you can scan and go? And they're like, no. She said, every Costco customer that also shops at Sam's, they're bitching about not having that app. Because I do. I scan everything. I scan everything as I'm shopping at Sam's Club. I pay for it and I walk out the damn door. Now, mind you, the going out the door line is usually longer. So there's my little rant today about Costco. Now, they do have better selection of certain things. And those damn big chocolate cakes that's about that big around, and those apple pies that are that big around,
Okay, Tom, I lied. Those microphones are $32.99. But they currently have a 40% off coupon, so that's what brings them down. You got to click. Not everybody sees that check the coupon box on Amazon.
Right.
So if you check the coupon, it gets you another 40% off.
Have you got you a link on it?
I'm making it right now.
Where you'll get a little something back from it?
Yeah, I'm working on the video right now.
Oh, okay.
I posted a video a minute ago while I'm in here with you guys. Didn't John Jones sold me out talking about Scott's multitasking. He just posted a video. I'm like, hell, Tom's boring. I got to do something else.
Okay, well, I'm getting ready to wrap it up anyway because Todd's got to go see his girlfriends and I got some shit to do. I spent all day yesterday kind of organizing and.
Gotta go.
So,
bye, everybody.
Bye. As soon as I can copy this link, I am going
to. He forgot about the.
Yeah, I did.
He was supposed to be bothering them.
All right. For reals. Bye.
I'm supposed to be doing a review vids like Larry. I'm gonna do this one today. These guys, I'm really impressed with these things.
Are you? You really like it? You going to use it when you're out doing your
yard sales? Yeah, because it's got a USB-C, so it'll plug into the side of the GoPro as well.
I was trying to get that link. I can link up. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. Look for Todd tomorrow. Thanks for joining our useless bullshit today.
This is a good test because if this one don't get taken down and get you sent over to Rumble, then nothing will.
Yep.
Yeah, Larry, with the 40% off coupon, it makes you can get the 2-pack for the one that has two like this one for the same price as the other ones have one. So, this one, uh, they send you this little adapter, so USB C to USB A, but they don't put a lightning. If they were smart, they'd have put a lightning adapter in it, but they did not.
All right, guys, y'all have a good day. You go? I thought you yard sale on Friday, don't you?
I gotta go get my treadmill.
Your treadmill?
I didn't tell you I bought a treadmill.
No, you didn't tell me you bought a treadmill.
So I spoke this into existence. I'm thinking to myself last Thursday, I don't want to keep, I'm going to do the 30-30. I don't want to have to walk around the neighborhood. I'd rather walk on the treadmill here and, watch you on YouTube or whatever, or talk to you guys. And I'm like, I'll find one at the auction. I'll find one at the yard sale. Well, it didn't happen at either one of them last week. At the thrift store on Tuesday, I'm walking by one. I look at it, I'm like, that's a nice treadmill. Why has it got two treads? Oh, wait a minute. That's a freaking Bowflex tread stepper. That's a $3,000 used. That's what they're selling them refurbished for.
Right.
They wanted $45 for it, so I gotta go pick it up.
You gonna take it to the auction and flip it?
No, if I did anything, well, I talked about it a little bit. I think maybe yesterday. It's worth the parts. Each tread is worth $100. Each lifter is worth $100. The motor's worth $150. The boards are worth $100. I would tear it. I'd sell it for parts before I did anything with it.
Cool.
It's worth about $750 in parts if you want to take it apart.
Wow. Well, your son doesn't have anything else to do.
They said they load it for me. It's a Christian charity that helps people, like people with addiction and stuff. There's always a bunch of folks running around. So,
well, that's good.
And I'll just play the old man card and say, I'm a senior citizen.
Don't you got a cane? Take your cane with you.
I bought some walking sticks. Do they count?
Yeah, well, that's close enough.
All right.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Like I said, he's busy.
He's busy.